So the next point he brings up is if this bill did in fact, or if free speech was in fact limited by this bill or anything, or I guess whatever, would I comply, or would I continue to make videos saying we need to fight against this, and so on and so forth. You must not have watched my video, because I clearly stated at the end, be prepared to be in some of these, which means I'm going to follow the word of God. I'm not going to stop because somebody's offended by what I say. People say stuff that's offensive all the time. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop them from saying it. So people find the stupidest little things to be offensive too. I mean, and I'm not necessarily talking about this case in general. I'm talking about, like, overall, people find stupid things to be offensive. So who cares? Should that stop the right from somebody else from saying what they say? No, it shouldn't. Like I said, the KKK has a right to dislike black people for all I care, and say what they got to say, and they do it, and they still do it to this day, even though there's only like a handful of them. But once again, as I previously stated, I will be in some of these before I stop and before I disobey God and His word. So, and then you go on to say that if that were the case, then you would be right beside me or behind me or whatever, or if that were the case, then people would be marching into the White House and so on and so forth. And to that I say, that's what those FEMA camps are for, and the New World Order. I know you've seen all those big plastic coffins just chilling outside of these newly built FEMA camps. Why are they building FEMA death camps? Why? It's because they have to kill off a certain amount of the population, and what better cover to use than insubordination and, you know, stuff like that. They need to kill off a certain amount of the population so that we're controllable. So, continuing on, he tries to bring up the Philly 11 and that they were being disorderly and not listening to the police. But once again, if you go review the court case, court charges were dropped because they did nothing wrong. The videos were shown in the court case and they did nothing wrong. So, how could they have done something wrong and the charge has been dropped? It's hard to understand that. Then he brings up the definition of bigotry, which does not apply when the definition itself, well, he quotes from Wikipedia, which is edited by users. You have all kinds of users that edit his information and stuff. I don't know, that's the way it used to be. I don't know how it is now. Somebody claimed that they better manage their things now, but I don't use Wikipedia. No, I'm sorry. The definition of bigotry, even the one that he quoted, does not apply. That's in his 5th video. Someone who's intolerant of anyone's views, or I'll just play it. Hopefully you can hear it.
A bigot is a person who is intolerant of opinions, lifestyles, or identities differing from his or her own, and bigotry is the corresponding mindset.
So, this definition doesn't apply at all in the fact that we are not intolerant of homosexuals. We actually accept them as people. We do not have to accept their lifestyle, but we do, however, tolerate their lifestyle. So, and if you don't know, acceptance and tolerance are 2 different definitions, 2 different things. So, you still fail on that note. Next point he tries to address is the argument concerning homosexuality, finding a source where you'll find a source that doesn't have assertions, low probabilities, or just opinion, and you won't find any. And that's true. Any of the sources that you find on homosexuality, like the what is it? The hormonal study. Why does it only cover male homosexuality? It doesn't explain lesbianism. I already explained that over and over again. That's not credible. That's just one example. All the studies, they're inconclusive. That's what makes them not credible, and there are several contradictions to them. The twin study, several contradictions and inconclusive. It doesn't stop with the inconclusions and stuff like that. That's pretty much it on that argument. You're not going to find one. That's why we haven't had breaking news on homosexuality being genetic, because they're inconclusive. There is no credible source that shows that it's genetic. That's why I say it. That's why I said find me a source that you can, because you won't find one, or else we would have had breaking news in history. It would have been a mark in history, you know. So that's for that note. So then, going into this guy's mind, he clearly doesn't understand comparisons. He goes on to say that I tried to make a comparison with homosexuals and rapists and murderers. I did not make that comparison. For those of you who actually watch the video and like know how to differentiate, as intelligent as this guy tries to sound, he lost it here. He missed the point. Never did I make a comparison between the two. What I said was, it's not really a comparison. What I said is, like murderers and rapists, homosexuals have a choice to act on those feelings. I didn't put them in the same class of action and morale. I simply said all of them have a choice to act on their feelings. If you, for example, if you have an ought with me and you have a feeling that you want to punch me, you have a choice to act on that feeling and punch me. So please, please, please learn how to differentiate. Learn what I'm trying to say. I put it out there plainly. I didn't mask it. I mean, how hard is it to figure that out? I mean, I swear, it's just like, it's kind of like arguing with an infant. It's like the guy's trying to make a point and it's not even helping his argument, it's actually helping mine. But it's frustrating when people actually like twist your information so much that it's dripping. Like a lot of people twist and wring the Bible so much that it starts dripping. So shortly after that, he pretty much tries to say, well, he's pretty much asking if I'm making a link between us not doing these things because of the laws given in the Bible. It's a dumb question, because that's not what I'm saying. What I'm simply saying is, once again, is that out of all the bad things that you can do, you have a choice to act on those feelings, that you have to do those things or not. That's pretty much his video. It's super long because it's full of opinionated statements, full of stuff that would actually help my argument out and not his. Once again, I'll post the links to part 2 where he starts showing the video, and you can clearly see that these people are doing nothing wrong. But that's the claim he's making. So pretty much this guy has just confirmed everything that I say about what we do being considered hateful when it's not. I don't know if this is the last time I may respond to this guy. It seems like it's a waste of time. I've wasted a lot of time making this video, and I don't even know why. I did, because it leads us back to the same thing. We've just done a complete circle, and now we're back to the same thing. There's a possibility, a high one at that we will be persecuted for preaching on the Bible, and that's final. We have our situations that have happened with the Philly 11. We have the situations that have happened in other countries. The proof is in the pudding once again. So I pretty much just restated everything that I've already stated in this video. This is Crazy 316. I'm out. I'm gonna get ready for work now. Peace.